Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall and is for this week's Intellectual Smackdown victory. Introducing first, from Portland, Oregon, weighing in at 150 pounds, fighting for the Night Owls, Dylan. And his opponent, also hailing from Portland, Oregon, weighing in at 150 pounds and fighting for the Early Birds, Connor.
I feel like we should say something after our name.
No, we shouldn't.
Too late?
It's too late. Continue. Good.
What were you saying?
I will be your moderator this evening. Tonight's match can be won via pinfall or submission, and there are no countouts. The first person to speak will be decided by the ceremonial Daytona USA for the Sega Saturn disc flip. Go ahead, Connor. Flip it. Call it in the air.
Oh wait,
No, Daytona side. Connor was first.
Well,
No,
Connor.
I got that.
I always pick Daytona side.
You don't always pick Daytona side.
I always call it every time.
Well, I want. Not
Too bad,
Daytona
it's already your
side.
turn.
All right, fine, whatever.
Okay, looks like Connor will be flipping first.
Flipping. Already flipped, Gabe.
And Dylan will be going second. Do you both understand?
No. So.
Oh no!
Alright, ring the bell. Let's get this thing started. Let's go. Connor, your opening statement.
All right.
I don't like that.
I gotta pull it up. Anyway, hey kids, I'm a responsible adult who goes to bed at 10 p.m. and wakes up at 6 a.m. That leaves me with a perfect 8 hours of sleep. When I wake up, I feel refreshed. I eat a balanced breakfast and have a nice warm cup of coffee. Throughout the day, I work efficiently and thoroughly. Insert transition. Did you know people who go to bed early and wake up early tend to have better grades, are better employees, and are better looking?
And have less fun.
Wow, that is a pretty good opening argument.
It's true.
I personally, I didn't have good grades, even though I woke up plenty early.
You know,
But that's just because I was a bad student.
it's just a statistic.
Can I get those sources?
Yeah. Wikipedia.com.
All right, and Dylan, your opening statements.
To begin my argument, I would like to point out a very important fact. Morning people and night people exist, and they function differently. However, that is not what we're here to discuss. Whichever way you process things, it is undeniable. Night people are cooler. Whether it's a nightclub, a spooky mansion, late night gaming session, or a super fun slumber party, nights beat out mornings every time.
Wow, that's pretty strong. I will say, I do enjoy staying up late at night, but sometimes it comes and bites me in the ass for doing it. So either
Not
way,
a single time has that happened to me.
I am both a morning person and a night person. I could do either or. But let's now hand it over to Connor, who will say his starting argument, as he was the first person to go, and Dylan just went. So, Connor, you have the floor, good sir.
Okay, so all the things you mentioned, it doesn't account for if you have like a job. You know,
I
you
have a
can't
job.
stay up super late if you have a job.
I have a job.
Save your
and I do.
interjections for your turn.
Okay, here's a question. What time do you typically go to work?
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. So you go to work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so you can stay up late. But for me, as a responsible adult,
Oh,
I-
wow.
I have to go to bed at least at 10 in order to get a good night's sleep and get a coffee in the morning.
That's pretty good. He does have to work early. So, Dylan, do you have any rebuttals for him having to work early and not everyone having a late job like you do?
I just want to point out the fact that Connor is throwing away his youth. All of the fun things that happen at night, he can no longer participate because of his willingness to become a, quote, responsible adult.
Wow, that's...
Responsible enough to make this podcast, it seems.
You came up with this idea. Don't start this
This
now.
is a team effort.
Gentlemen, please. Let's bring it back down. I'm going to give Connor a question and Dylan a question afterwards.
Okay.
Connor,
Yes.
as a large man who enjoys staying up late at night,
Uh-huh.
I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I play a lot of games at night. And I can play, recently I picked Monster Hunter back up, and I've just been burning through that game. Been grinding and fighting monsters for hours on end, sometimes starting in the afternoon and ending at like 3 a.m.
Uh-huh.
How would you go about, because you're an avid video game player as well,
Yeah.
how do you go about your days playing the games that you want to play, even though on work days, you have to wake up early and come home in the afternoon.
Well, I wake up at 6 and I go to work at 7.
Okay.
And then I get home at like 4.
Okay.
So I have 4 till like 10 to play video games.
That's many hours.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a chunk of
and
hours.
I also get a good night's sleep.
That is 6 hours of gaming and 8 hours of sleep. Sounds pretty good to me. Now, Dylan, I'm gonna present you with this. I actually presented this to you earlier when I said that a lot of times in the mornings until the afternoons, there are a lot of stores that are open, and a lot of these stores that I want to go to sometimes have early cutoff times, or they close, and they're not all night places. So how do you like you want to go because like I'm a baller on a budget. I got to vibe with the Dollar Tree, right? And that's only open for so long if I want to get some grub. How do you go about securing your cloth, as they say, in the nighttime?
Gabe, the answer is simple. Being a night owl doesn't lock you out from the entire afternoon. You're not awake from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. every night.
Okay.
You still have the full afternoon access, even if you stay up late.
Yes, but you say that you're working at 4 through 6, right? Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
Greetings. We're in the middle of the podcast.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Connor's dad.
Welcome.
Connor's dad. Let's give him a big claps.
Hi.
Excellent.
Hi, Jeff.
Now we're synced up.
Outstanding. Hi. What's up?
Just checking to see how the podcast is going.
Oh, you already know. It's pretty even right now, but Dylan's making some pretty good arguments.
Why?
Are you?
Don't just say that. Now we know what side you're on.
Well, Connor, it's the job for a debater to get the moderator on their side.
I am a master debater.
Okay. As a third-party, unbiased person, I will assess which argument is the best.
Okay, so the arguments we were having is Connor is debating for being an early bird, and Dylan is debating for being a night owl.
I see.
Dad, you're a working man.
I am.
You gotta wake up at like 5 in the morning every night, every day.
4:30.
Every night.
4:30.
Every morning.
Yeah. See. Stop.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So, and on the weekends, what time do you typically wake up or go to bed?
I sleep in until 5.
Oh,
You don't actually. I live with you.
I wake
5
up
p.m.?
at 5, and then I kind of lay in bed until 6 sometimes.
Yeah. See?
all right.
And you feel perfectly refreshed every day, right?
As you get older, you need less sleep.
Exactly.
But we aren't older, Connor.
You guys are both 19.
I must say, at your age, I was the night owl.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Get played.
Oh boy.
It's in your blood, Connor.
How the turntable.
Well, you had your job where you had to work like from 8 in the afternoon to like 11 in the morning.
7 at night till 7 in the morning.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that's
you had to.
3 days a week.
12.
I want that
3 days-
job.
3
3 days a week of 12
I worked
hours?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, and had Monday through Friday off.
Yeah.
I want that
Oh,
job.
that actually sounds pretty. You heard it here first,
It
folks.
was a very nice gig.
You heard it here first, folks. 12 hours a day, 3 days a
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
That's 36.
That is. Thank you very much. I can't do math.
Yes. We worked a 36-hour work week. Yeah.
The more you know, ladies and
In
gentlemen.
3 days.
In 3 days, the more you know,
Yeah,
ladies
it
and
was nice.
gentlemen.
So yeah, work 7 at night till 7 in the morning. And so for those
can't
night
work at
owls,
night.
it was a good gig.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
From
Factory closes at night,
from
dummy.
Connor's dad,
Yeah.
Jeff, saying that as a younger lad, as most of you who are listening, it is better to be a night owl. That's,
Wait, what?
That's pretty strong.
I would say
I wouldn't say it's better.
It's just normal.
That's pretty-
to be
it's
nice.
normal.
It's normal,
Implying
but
it's
when you got a
weird to
job
be a
like
morning
me,
person.
you gotta wake up early. You gotta get a good night's sleep and get a coffee in the morning, and then go do your job, play video games in the afternoon, then go to bed, repeat the process over and over until you die. That's how it goes.
Remember when I said Connor was throwing away his youth?
Yeah. Over and over again until you die.
Wow.
That's the problem with youth. Youth is it's wasted on the young.
Oh.
Connor.
Yeah.
But anyway, enjoy.
All right, have fun.
Enjoy your youth and enjoy your schedule.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could not hold a candle to anything that Connor's dad just said, and I am embarrassed that I am the moderator for this.
Are we even 10 minutes in and Connor's already lost?
No, I didn't lose.
He didn't lose, but
No.
but your dad put up a very
Your
convincing
own dad
argument.
just shut you down.
What does my dad know?
Oh, I don't know. He's been around the horn.
Yeah, he's not saying night owls are better. He's saying they have more fun, which is, I'll give you that.
Exactly what I'm
I'll
arguing.
give you that. But you can't have a stable income and be a night owl.
Bet.
My brother works the graveyard shift at Safeway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty good.
He works from 12 to 8.
You just
but then-
insulted Gabe's brother.
Then your days are ruined because you're going to be sleepy.
He is sleeping all day.
Yeah,
But, he's
so you can't really do anything during the day.
Okay.
If you're...
Well, okay. So,
Can I make...
I just asked Dylan the question. We're going to put it back to Connor. Dylan, keep that in mind. Your thing in mind. You can type it out if you want to. Connor,
Yes.
your dad came in
Yeah.
and put forth a good argument
I
of
remember
how
that.
young people are, often more night owls because it's normal for them.
Uh-huh.
From your experience, from the experience of this lengthy man to my left,
Yes.
in your experience, when did you get more done?
What?
I'm gonna say, when did you get
When?
more done? Like, I'm gonna cut it into spans.
Oh, okay.
Did you get more done in your life? Do you
I
think?
thought you said, when did you get more dumb?
No.
I was like, wow, you're an awful moderator.
Oh,
Jeez.
no. When did you get more done?
Done.
And we're going to
Okay.
break it up into from 6 a.m. to, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the time, right?
Okay.
For the this hours. And Dylan, you will have from 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. for your time frame when I ask you the same question. So, Connor, when did you get more done? In the first span or in the second span?
In like high school or
Just in general.
In general?
And what you think in your life. When did you get more done?
Probably around noon.
Okay.
And when you're a night owl, you wake up at noon.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
and you skip like half your day pretty much. Not half. You skip most of the day.
Okay.
And you really there's not enough time to get other things done also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Gabe, I'd like to point out the subjectivity of this.
What's
It's pretty simple. If you wake up at noon, you're going to get most of your stuff done in between when you wake up and when you go to sleep.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what time you wake up or go to sleep. You're going to get your stuff done somewhere in the middle there.
Well, okay. I mean in terms of cognitive functions, because either way when you wake up, either be it at 6 or if you wake up at 3 or whatever, 12.
Oh yeah, all of my mental energy comes at about 11 o'clock at night.
Okay. You?
Around noon.
Okay. So we're at an impasse here, because both of your mental capacities are only active at your respective times. So now I'm going to put forth another question, because that one, we didn't really get anywhere with this.
For which one?
For the one of when do you get more stuff done?
Okay.
Because it's all based on mental capacity and when your energy at its max. Connor.
Yes.
And Dylan.
And me.
Yes, and Dylan.
And Gabe.
And me.
Jacob, do you want to join in too?
And Jacob.
And he is... I haven't asked the question.
We're just getting everyone really ready for it.
Yeah.
We're hyped.
Yeah. Be it in the morning or in the night, you always gotta poop.
Yes.
And you gotta relieve yourself. And you gotta do the do.
You gotta wipe with one ply.
And tear through it.
Get yourself nice and clean for the day.
Stop.
With one ply.
Stop. You already lost that one.
I use baby wipes.
Please let him. I have a great answer. I have a great
Continue.
point to
When
make.
do you think is the more valid time to go poop?
A
Gabe, can I
valid
start?
time?
Can I start, please? Can I start, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm at my house during the day. I'm using the bathroom. Somebody comes knocking on the door trying to use it after me. You know what never happens at 3 in the morning?
What?
Somebody at my house knocking on the door, rushing me in the bathroom. I get all the time I need.
Okay.
No one interrupts me.
All right.
It's amazing. I could take a 10-hour-long shower at night if I wanted to, and no one would give me any crap about it because no one's awake to do anything.
Literally.
Exactly.
Okay.
No one can interrupt me in the bathroom at night, but everyone in my home needs to use the bathroom during the day.
Okay, that's
Okay.
pretty convincing. Connor, counter argument?
When I go to the bathroom any time of the day, I've never had someone like ask if to use the restroom because we have like 3 bathrooms in the house.
Okay, I'm gonna call BS on that right now.
Just
You've
move-
done that to me in your own house.
Yeah, because I want to use that bathroom.
This is my point.
Because I want to use that bathroom, but there's 2 more other options that I can use instead.
Okay,
it's
then-
hard to believe that like more than like 3 people in your household has to use the bathroom at the same time, and they're all occupied.
It's a matter of the closest bathroom, not necessarily any bathroom. And you've invalidated your own point
What are
by
you
saying, I want to use that bathroom, which is the closest, most convenient bathroom.
Yeah, sure.
What's up,
So,
Jacob?
You gotta
I
get
don't
closer,
care.
my
Speak up!
guy.
I don't care who the fuck you are. When you wake up in the first shit of the morning is the best shit of your entire life. Like, you wake up and it's just been building up all night and it's just one of those good fat shits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave,
this-
Dave knows.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
great.
I actually,
This
yeah,
is
I
great
know.
podcast material.
Yeah, no,
Please
actually,
continue.
I'm
If
actually-
we're talking about using the bathroom at day or night, morning's clearly the best because it has the best experience for just an overall bathroom experience.
You're right.
Well, see, but-
I do enjoy taking poops in the morning. It's great.
In the morning, he said.
I just
That's before noon.
But it's not it's the first poop of the day. It's not the first poop in the morning. It's whenever you wake up. If you wake up at 3 in the afternoon, it's still going to be the same experience.
Well, if I wake up at 3 in the afternoon, then other people are going to be out and about in the house.
Yeah, the same thing's going to happen in the morning.
Not really.
For me, not on the weekends, because that's when my mom, her boyfriend, and my brother are sleeping. But I do see your point, because it is true that, whenever you wake up, whenever you come out of sleep, your body's just like, all right, time to go. You're like, yep, it is. You're right. So, again, that argument was, both arguments really strong, and I get both points. Man. Okay, how about this? We'll put it back in. We'll reverse this. I'm going to put it back in your court. Do you have any anything to put forth that you think the morning just can't match?
Gabe,
Yeah.
waking up early takes practice. It is an acquired skill, is that not right?
It depends on when you go to bed, but sure.
Did you know that if you falter with your morning routine, it can actually put you at risk of diabetes and heart disease? If you wake up early during the week, science shows that sleeping in on the weekend actually has a negative effect on your body. So if you flip-flop, as a lot of morning people do who work early in the morning, you will actually be more at risk for diabetes and heart disease.
Well, I might die pretty soon. Wow. Okay, that's really interesting. What's the
Let's see.
source?
Oh, it's right here.
Real simple. Okay,
Hold on.
cool.
Let me pull up the actual study.
Is that a picture
I
of
have
a
to dig
watch?
for it. Yeah, it's a picture of an alarm clock, actually.
Oh, it's an alarm clock on my watch. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they linked the study, but it's in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Dylan putting for some facts about flip flopping. Connor, how are you going to combat this very strong-handed approach?
I can use Google too.
Oh,
And I Googled that people who wake up in the morning are more productive throughout the day. If they wake up early and have like a good night's sleep, wake up at like 7 in the morning, they're more productive throughout the day. I read that in a study somewhere online that I Googled.
The source that you clearly have.
sauce?
Google.
Okay.
But also, so you woke up. You told me today you stayed up till 5 in the morning, right? What time did you wake up?
How about 10:50?
How did you feel when you woke up?
Well, my morning routine is kind of feel like garbage, take a shower, and then feel fresh. So before I take a shower, doesn't matter what time I wake up or how much sleep I have. It's a matter of taking that initial shower in the morning. That clears me up.
Cool.
So I felt pretty bad, and then I took a shower, and I felt A-okay, fresh and ready to go for the day.
Gabe, stop looking at porn.
It's what the. It's not.
That's all you open Instagram every single time. There's like some girl with her boobs.
What the fuck? It's called cosplay. Whatever.
It's art, okay?
It's a form of expression. Okay, cool. Way to throw me under the bus and back it over me, you son of a bitch.
All right. Anyway,
I'm actually really kind of upset.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
Dylan, you got a pretty good argument going.
I gotta admit, I was a night owl until I got the job that I have now.
Okay.
And every time I woke up in the morning, I just felt like shit. And then throughout the entire day, I just didn't feel like doing anything. And now that I go to sleep at a good time and wake up at a reasonable time, I feel actually productive throughout the day, and I feel like my brain is fresh and I can like learn stuff and actually do work.
That was a very
So
mature answer. It's your
you are
rebuttal.
sacrificing your youth in exchange for your new job.
Man,
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Like,
man,
that's life for you.
Gabe,
Sorry.
here's the option here.
Okay.
You can either continue being youthful free and loving your life,
Or get a job,
or you can do
rent
what
a
Connor's
house,
doing
invest
and not be
in your
youthful,
future,
fun, and have a good life.
have a nice family,
Okay.
raise some beautiful kids.
And
retire
inevitably end
with,
up being unsatisfied with
retire
life because
with
you
your
threw away
wife.
your youth.
move to Hawaii, relax on the beach with your millions of dollars in social security, your 401k. You got a lot of money stored up. You can retire in Hawaii. A beautiful surrounding.
Don, I'm gonna be honest. Even though I'm a boy of much wake and quake, I am looking toward the future, and retirement seems pretty nice.
Yeah.
But Gabe,
Yeah.
the future is not tomorrow. The future is the future. See, here's the thing.
Google, what's the definition of future?
Gabe, here's the thing. Connor's speaking of the distant future.
Okay.
You can still achieve that by being a party animal and having a good life during your early 20s and being a night owl.
Yeah.
You are not forced into a life of a hobo if you don't go to bed before 10 p.m. every night. Like,
Okay.
Connor's talking about his life like no one can achieve that unless they go to bed early.
Okay, I feel like this is just... It's more personal preference.
Yeah, I think this is starting
Because
to get a bit panderish.
It's like, that's what I do. That's what you do. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree.
No, I can't.
Okay. Hold on.
There has to be a winner.
I know.
Yeah, you're right.
Jacob?
Staying up late is always cooler.
You can play games like
Okay, how about this?
after
Rapid.
work.
How about this?
You don't have-
Rapid fire points. I'll point to one of you, and you just start giving points.
shit.
Cool.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna give you 10 seconds to prepare. Start mentally getting things in. It's basically this is gonna be like a comedy sports thing.
I'm ready now.
Okay,
I'm
ready?
not-
5,
Okay, good. Let's do
4,
it.
3, 2, 1.
You don't have to stay awake till 5 in the morning to play video games.
Off. Dylan.
You get more time to play video games if you stay up till 5 in the morning.
Whoa. Okay, Connor.
If you wake up early, you can play video games before work, and then when you get off work, you can play more video games.
Ooh, ×2. Dylan.
You can't do it. You can't do both. You either do it before or after, and then you sleep during the midtime.
Off. Connor.
Why not?
Off. Dylan.
Because you're the one talking about how a good night's sleep is important.
Change the topic from gaming. Connor.
You can be okay. All right. You got
Skip.
you. Oh God, the countdown. All right. So you can still get a solid like 8 hours of sleep. Wake up at 5 in the morning, play games or do whatever not video game related apparently until work at 7, and then you can get home from work at like 4, and then play video games until like 9. And then you still got 8 hours of sleep. You can do whatever you want in that span of time.
Off. Dylan.
I just none of what he said was off the topic of video games. He just talked about video games the entire time again.
Off, that is correct, Connor.
You can replace video games with anything. You can do literally anything.
That is true. Dylan.
Nights are more aesthetic.
Oh, off, Connor.
Have you ever taken a morning walk?
Ooh, off, Dylan.
Have you ever taken a night walk?
Oh, Connor.
Have you ever worked out in the morning? You can't really work out at night because, like, you know.
BS, 24-hour gyms exist.
Go! Just start shouting arguments at each
Ah!
other. Just start hitting each other with everything you've
Ah,
got.
that's what you sound like with no sleep.
Ooh.
I sound way better than you with sleep.
Ooh,
I have
no.
a speech impediment.
I don't, and I stay up late.
Man, anarchy is fun.
Okay, I don't think either of us is gonna give up.
No, because I'm clearly the winner here.
No, what are you talking about?
Connor's just
You
stubborn.
don't know what you're talking about. All right, okay, we'll have the audience decide.
You're right. I think it's story time now because I think this debate honestly has reached a draw. There's in my eyes, there's no winner. Both have put forth very convincing arguments. So
No preparation, by the way.
Yeah, no. None of these guys had opening arguments. They typed the opening arguments today. I was the only one that had anything prepared as the moderator. And, it was just a good episode.
Well, Dylan practiced by staying up till 5.
I did stay up till 5 a.m. three
Yeah.
nights in a row.
And I did wake up at 7 today.
There you go. So you decide who won, and we'll see who wins today's victory. So today's contest, there is no winner, there was no pinfall, there was no submission, there is no decision. It's a draw. So now it's story time, and I feel like...
Before story time.
Final point. Can I take one final point?
No, you absolutely
No,
cannot.
then I'll have to take the
No,
final
it's
point.
literally it's a personal anecdote.
Okay.
All right.
Final points from Connor and Dylan. Dylan, start your final point.
Okay, the most satisfying shift of work that I've ever had was 3 days ago till 3 in the morning. And I've never felt happier about working.
All right, Connor.
Okay, when I worked at unnamed pizza chain, I had to stay at work before an inspection until 2 in the morning. And I had to wake up at 6 in the morning to get to work to clean more. It was not satisfying.
Okay.
I did not have a good time.
You both have said your piece?
That's your work's fault. They scheduled you on a clopen. That's not anybody's fault but theirs.
There's just no ending to these.
It's just agony.
Like I thought Dylan and I were stubborn. This is ridiculous. It's
Okay.
now story time.
Oh wait, before story
Oh
time.
my god, what?
No, it's a formal apology. Because last episode we said we talked about...
Oh right.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is obviously not Minecraft modded versus vanilla. We
That's
decided to
just-
change it at the last second.
We'll do
Save it
that
for later.
We'll do that some other time.
Yeah.
It's too niche of a topic,
Yeah.
I guess.
No one's gonna listen to it.
No,
We're
no
too
one's
small right now. We need to.
No one's gonna listen to this.
No one's gonna listen to this one.
Come on.
If you listen to this one, comment. I know how much we got last week. Comment a happy face because
A
after
happy face or
and
the words
happy face.
And
And?
also comment who you thought won,
Yeah, please
and
do.
put Dylan before you. Put Dylan in your comments.
Just put a happy face because this has been a very this has been an episode full of attacks and
Wait,
you know,
wait.
oh what?
If you made it this far, before you comment who won, comment Dylan is a dumb idiot. Because last episode, I felt personally attacked by all the comments calling me a big stupid. And I do not appreciate that.
Oh yeah, all the ones that said, "I'm so sorry, Connor. My life is on the line. I can't do anything about it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I have to do this. It's because it's for the podcast, Connor."
Now
No, it's okay.
We have a good storyteller with us, Jacob.
Oh,
Come here, Jacob. Come here, young boy.
What's
Come here,
story
boy.
time topic?
The topics are stories that are like funny stories, like you've had like early in the morning, like waking up and like, oh, I peed myself, or like being late at night where it's like, I was ambushed by a nest of spiders while I was asleep and I woke up being consumed by spiders. Jacob, do you have any stories like that of either times in the day?
Get back. I need to think on these.
All right, okay.
I had a dream last night.
All right, MLK, go.
there was an Italian man flirting with me. His name was Tony. He was blonde, and
Should have just stopped at the Italian man. That's funny with me.
He was really handsome.
He ended up turning on me, punching me in the face, flipping me onto the ground, and then mugging me, and then shooting me at the end because I told him I knew where he worked.
Oh, well, you never tell an Italian man where. You never like try to threaten an Italian man.
Here's the weird
It's just
part.
the rule. It's just the lay of the land.
I wrestled the gun out of his hand in the dream and shot him with it, but it shot coffee, and then he pulled out a gas.
Dylan pulls out the yopper and just shoots coffee.
And then he gatted me in the chest. It was like, come on, man, why did you have to do that?
He's holding you up with a fucking coffee.
It was a fake gun all along. All right.
Where's my real gun?
It's a pretty good dream. Wow. Connor, you got anything?
When I woke up in the middle of the night to pee once, I walked out of my room and I just passed out onto the ground.
It's called a stroke.
That probably explains the speech impediment.
Oh!
All right. Anyway, so sorry. Anyway, I passed out on the ground, and I woke up with wet underwear.
Oh.
I peed my pants when I passed out.
In the middle.
I don't know how long I was there.
Wow.
I was there for a while, I guess.
That's
How recently was this?
Last night.
Actually?
No.
I was like, Jesus.
I've heard this story before. It was like when you were younger, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay.
How was the carpet?
What?
Was the carpet ruined forever?
Was the carpet soft?
We can check.
Okay, Jacob, you got anything? Because if not, then I can interlude something while you think some more.
I have a day and a nighttime story.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead.
Nighttime story is less interesting, so I'll start with that.
Yeah.
There was something that happened a couple days ago.
Okay.
Pop in a little closer to the mic, my guy.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. That's good.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Sweet. Okay. So the nighttime story happened a couple days ago. It's not that interesting, but I felt really fucking dumb.
Here we go.
I was just walking down the hallway, and every time I walk down towards the bathroom, I check everyone's room as I'm walking just to see who sees that I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I was huh?
Creepy. You're in my house.
Well, I don't go in and check. I just as I'm walking past, I'll look through the doors. Yeah. Because I'm this isn't my house. So I'm who sees me? I'm really suspicious about that for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so I look in and I didn't see. I think it was Carly until the last minute, but I looked and as I'm already I didn't even register it, but I just walked straight into a fucking wall. I was oh. And then I got up and then I saw that I didn't follow her, but I restabilized myself, and then I saw that Carly saw it and I was like, oh fuck. And someone just saw me run straight into it.
That's actually devastating.
It was tragic.
That's absolutely brutal.
I don't know how I'm gonna recover from that one.
That's a big.
Now everyone just thinks that I just fucking run into walls.
You can't recover.
Jacob the wall rammer. All right. Now what's your other one?
So, my daytime story. I'm gonna go with snow day.
Okay.
So it was really early in the fucking 7-ish.
7.
And I was getting ready to take the bus to school. It was middle school.
Okay.
And it was super snowy, and so I didn't know that school had been canceled because of snow.
Oh, God.
And so I was just sitting up there waiting for the bus for 45 minutes, and I was just I was the bus isn't coming. I'm just gonna go down to my house.
Yeah.
And as I'm walking down the hill, I used to live on a super big hill, and as I was walking down it, I just ate shit. I just it was probably I want to say 50 degree incline.
Oh my
More.
God.
Yeah, it was
Holy
disgusting.
God.
It is a steep hill. It was great for sledding, but
Yeah.
my
Man.
body was a fucking sled that day.
I was half expecting you to say it was a 90-degree angle when I walked into it.
I ran into a wall one time. God damn it. Yeah. I just decided to go with 2 experiences where I just fucking had shitty mornings and or nights. And oh God, I slid down 45% of that hill.
I got a good one.
Late night snow time.
Remember when we punched? Remember when he tackled the snowman?
Yeah, me and Connor were, you got yours right after
Yeah, I
this.
gotta remember this.
Me and Connor were exploring in the snowfields one day, and we came across the house of Christian, and him and his now ex-girlfriend built a snowman in their front yard. So me and Connor were like, okay, but what if we just demolish this thing? So me and Connor proceeded to I sucker punched the snowman in the face, and then Connor pile drived it.
Oh my god! Did you pick up the whole what?
Insert video now.
Oh yeah, and we sent the video. We sent the video to both of them, and they both were pretty upset about it. No, it was a late night story. That was late.
Insert video. Okay.
Can I please? You guys are gonna want to hear this one. I want
Oh,
to.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let Gabe take his.
sorry,
Yeah,
Gabe.
go.
and
Yeah.
pop in.
This was when we came back from choir tour from San Francisco. So this was this year. This was pretty recent. We got back in. We got back to the high school like 4 a.m.
Nice.
And I mean, I tried to get sleep on the bus, and I did get a couple hours, but like, it's the bus. You can't really get as comfortable as you want. Like, you just like the settings of the bus just aren't. They don't like. You just can't sleep.
Important clarifying question: did you have your own seat?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But even then, like, even when I was like expanding my legs across the aisle, and
They're
whatnot.
bus seats, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Impossible.
It's really hard to get comfortable. So I only got a couple hours of sleep. My mom had dropped the car off at the school because obviously I was going to drive myself home. No one's going to want to come get me, which is completely fair. I open the hatch, put my suitcase in there. I go around. I get in the car, I start the car and everything, and I start driving. And it was really cold in the car. Like, all the windows are up, and I check the back mirror. The hatch is still open. I wasn't on the main road yet, but I was close. The bus is really back toward the entrance of the school. I'm like right at the turn. So I have to get out of my car, walk all the way back, get my luggage, walk all the way back to the car, put the luggage in the car, make sure the back is shut, close all the doors, get back in the car, drive on the way home. As I'm going home, I look in the back, I realize that my day bag isn't there.
Oh.
So I turn around as I'm halfway home, and I go back, and the buses are gone. I'm like, okay, one of two things must have happened. Either Davis or someone found my bag, and I'll get it tomorrow in choir, or it's just on the bus forever, and it's gone, and it's full of a lot of things that I need. So I get home, and like, obviously everyone's asleep, but I get home, and my grandpa comes out, and he's like, hey, welcome back. And I was like, yeah, hey, what's up? And he was like, didn't you have a bag with you? And I was like, yeah, it's in the suitcase. It wasn't in the suitcase. The day bag that I'd left on the bus was not in the suitcase. So I was just trying to BS my way around, because I really wanted to get to bed. I was a tired boy, and I'd driven. It was very unsafe. So I was just trying to get past my grandpa with conversation to just like go to my room and then come back tomorrow with it.
He was up at 4 a.m.?
Well, yeah, he's very worried about me. He wanted to make sure I got home.
Dang, what a nice grandpa.
He's a pretty cool grandpa. Thanks, grandpa.
Yo, shout out to Grandpa.
Yeah, shout out to grandpas nationwide, all around the world. Grandpas are existing. God bless. But yeah, I didn't function at all. I didn't know which way to turn the doorknob when I was getting to my room. I was looking at it with my right hand. I was like, do I twist up or down? It was really bad because we had a closet in our room that we were at where the handles you could lift up and pull in for the closet. And I was like, this is a really weird door. So I just didn't know how to get into my room for 2 seconds. It was bad. I never want to experience a long drive of staying up that late. Well, and then then I went to a Marvel movie marathon where I stayed up for 3 days.
Oh.
But that was pretty recent and that was bad. But whatever. Jacob, you've been biding your time with this grandiose story.
You guys are gonna fucking love this.
Okay.
It's a snow nighttime story, but it's better than any of the stories that I've told. It's better than the wall running. So, I was fucking. I think I was 9, and it was the first snow that I'd ever really experienced. And so we all went out sledding at 8. It was at a school, and there was a big hill, sort of like Kay will go sledding at the school area. I had the brilliant idea.
Oh, boy.
You know those singular bars that like people like wrap their legs around and like they spin on and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
Yep. I decided it was a great idea to try to go under one of them.
What?
Oh,
In the sled?
In the sled.
Oh no!
All your stories
No,
invite you
no.
colliding with something.
Okay, no, it gets better. And so
Jacob's honestly an impact buster.
I was like, okay, let's do this. And I waited until my parents like weren't totally watching because they totally wouldn't have let me do it without it. But I went for it, and I'm going, and I'm like, shit, like I'm not gonna go in between it, and I hit. Oh god, it's so painful. I hit the front of my sled directly in between one of the bars that go up out of the ground, so the middle of my sled goes, and I just slam it like 30 miles per hour, and my nuts just straight. It was the single most painful
I
experience
like
I've ever
feel
had.
the pain in my body.
I'm like cringing. Just, oh god, it's such a. Yeah, it was. It was like fucking Mach 7, just.
Just light speeds
So
right
that's why
into
your
it.
penis looks so weird. We sleep in the same room, Jacob.
He's fully clothed.
Yeah. Okay.
Connor, you got any fun stories? Sorry,
As we wrap this one up pretty
sorry.
soon.
The guy who wakes up early in the morning doesn't have any fun stories. What? How could that possibly be? Oh man, that's crazy. Anyways, let's wrap it up here, guys.
Unless you have another story, I'm
I'm
gonna wrap
trying
it
to
up.
think.
I'll give you 10 more seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds.
10,
Talk well.
9.
You don't have to count down.
Okay, you're just gonna make it
Wait.
last longer.
I had one, but it's
Yeah.
gone now.
It's
too
gone
late.
now.
It's too late.
Well, that sucks.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
we were down
I'm
at the
sorry.
5-second mark. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Honestly, I don't think we should announce next week's episode just in case we decide to change it on a whim.
Well,
That's a good idea.
Who's arguing next week? It's you and Connor.
It's me and
again,
Connor
right?
again. Yeah.
All right, next week. Be ready for Gabe and Connor battling it out. Wits versus wits.
Oh,
With
thanks.
your own Dylan moderating.
So, thanks for watching. Please pretend like this episode never happened. Thank you all
No,
so
what are
much.
you talking about?
Thank
This
you all
is
so
canon.
Thank
This
you all
is quality.
This is lore friendly.
Quality content.
This is world building. Rocks fall and everyone dies. There we go.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate 5 stars. Follow us on
Google
the
Plus.
MySpace, Google Plus. I have a.
Check out my SoundCloud. I've got a sweet mixtape on there. It is Connor. Is Connor? That's my name on SoundCloud.
That's a good name. We're done here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're done. All right, GG.
Wait,
Stop
does
the
anyone want
recording.
to end it on a joke?
Oh yeah, sure. I got a pretty good joke. It's really inappropriate, but it's really funny.
All right, we'll cut it off halfway through.
All right.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
And we'll see you all next week.